My dear friends, this is your Dr. Pandir Salwan. Today, the spiritual guidance given by Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Today, I think when you are at your home, the school, and the office, the higher authority, house are the parent, school are the teachers, office are the boss. They just give a punishment to the children, to the student, and the staff. Is it right on the part? Sri Mother refuses because you are not entitled to give any punishment. Okay, I mistake பண்ணிட்டேன். You want to ask for the forgiveness. No, you don't have a right to forgive anybody. Is it God? No, nobody can forgive anybody because you are going to be God. Every individual to become a God. So God can forgive to the another God. It won't be possible. What is possible? Everybody knows what's in the ill and better. What is good or bad. So they have a sense that is called sixth sense to analyze and change themselves. If that is a mistake, we allow them to change. Change, that's all change. If you do not change, change will change you. Automatically, the change has to be evolved. Rather giving punishment, rather giving your advice, suggestions, or forgiveness, nothing, no thing. Because it's a new concept for the teachers, parent, and as well as the boss. What parent can do, I think no way for the parent as a father can overlook, I think oversee, and again no overhead this son or daughter. The thing is, no, he holds a position that he is a father. Now, when you hold the position, when you take that power, I think you become a person not to be suitable for your the grace, sake, or the proper person as per the yoga or as per the proper person spiritually. You are a human being, you have given a birth, but it doesn't mean that you have to grow them, but it doesn't mean that you have to scold them or punish them for any mistakes. Allow them to analyze, allow them to see that what is wrong, what is right. It could be very well said that is, if there is an ugly, there is an ugly part is seen. So again, you clean it and make it beautified. And if you are not punctual to the office, then don't when you get an excuse or when you get a punishment in the form of deduction in your salary or something like that, it is a temporary. It doesn't give any solution. So what is the best solution? That if my time is 9 o'clock to be at office, if I am late by 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the change has to come in the employee, in the mind, that he has to make an attempt, get rid of all these difficulties to reach office and ensure that he reaches office on time. And the father or the parent again, not again, maybe they know the things because they can give their kind of clarification, clarity, something like that when they ask for any things to clarify, or you can recommend books to read or something like that. But it doesn't mean that when take a right of punishing and again that is a mistake is exposed, that should not have been done. Similarly, not only in home, even in the school, what they do, I think, when the teacher punishes a student or sometime, get them out from the class, it is a completely misconceptions. Never these things should be allowed. That's what mother say that when you are a master, you are here to try to clarify or try to explain something like that. It doesn't mean that when they are not attending or when they are not replying or when they are not doing as per your instruction, they should not be punished, should not be beaten, should not be get out of the class. That itself is a wrong. For example, there are some evidence that we can tell. See, in International Center of Education, that is a education center functioning in Pondicherry. That is the name of the institution is a center, the Aurobindo Center, Aurobindo International Center of Education. And there was a program for all the students, and there was a master, and master used to distribute prasad as soon as the class or some program is over. And there was a girl student who used to receive all this prasad only in the left hand. So the master refused to give and again warned her to use the right hand to take this prasad. But she refused because she is a left-hand writer, so she has been habituated to use only left hand for all the purposes. So she refused and she went away. So this matter was referred to mother, and mother used to be the similar situation where she was there to distribute some kind of sweets or some prasad to all the students. So she was asking one by one, "What do you want? What do you want?" Because she wanted to offer. So someone wanted a geometry box, somebody wanted a cloth, somebody wanted notebooks. Offered. And one student came and asked her mother, that is, "Mother, I want knowledge." Then mother opened her eyes and asked her to look at her eyes. "I think knowledge is shared. Knowledge has reached you." "Oh, okay, okay, what next?" So when the next girl student came and she also wanted to receive her prasad in left hand. That's what I think, and that whispered, that the master whispered, saying that this was the girl, I think, all the time she used left hand to receive the prasad. And mother, I think, whispered and again smiled at her very coolly. And she just comfort her and telling her that, my dear, I think her name is some name, Susi or some name, my dear Susi, you are right, your left hand is near to heart. Right hand is to be received, but you are more precious and more you are auspicious because you are using left hand, but the left hand is near to your heart. The moment she had, I think she was enjoyable and very happy. So she has not found this was a mistake. She has not treated that the girl had did an error. She appreciated the way she has been habituated, accustomed for years together. It was no, it should never be considered as a mistake. Then I think no, she was so happy. She was very happy. Similarly, I think when she wanted to offer some of the gift to some servant or somebody in her house, she thought, I think she is deserving for some kind of award. So she kept some silk saree for her. On particular day, it was a Thursday, and she didn't come for the duty because due to some personal reason or a health reason, she was absent. So that saree was kept inside. So mother felt that she is deserving for better gift than this. See that of the positiveness, the positive energy. I have chosen to give her a silk saree today, but she has not come. So it means that she is deserving for the better gift. And after a few months, her performance was looked evaluated or seen by mother, and she had a gold ring to be presented to the servant. So she felt that is, she herself, mother said, I think, my evaluation is to be done perfectly. When it was done perfect, she has been deserved for getting a ring rather silk saree. Similarly, it happened to Mr. Arvindo also, and he was writing his Arya very quickly. And his secretary went and reminded Swamiji, I think today's day we have to submit for printing. And when he got the news, immediately she worked very speedily with the rush and got the text or the material ready in 15-20 minutes. Then it was given for printing, and even though it was done on time, and again it was handed over to the printer, the matter got not printed. The matter, I think, it was kept pending. In that particular day, it was not released. So everybody got boiled, and again, they asked for the technician who was the foreman, and, scolded him that I think the previous day he was a drunkard. He went to consume alcohol, and he didn't do the printing, so it got delayed. So most of the building secretary and many people have started cursing him that because of you, I think the journal has not been released, it was not finished. So when that voice heard by this Sri Aurobindo, and he came out from his cabin, asked what's the reason. He came to the reason. Then he said, no, nobody had right to curse, nobody has a right to scold him because it is his right. He has to decide whether it's drinking alcohol is good or bad. And you cannot teach him, you cannot explain to him that alcoholism is good for his health. He knows, and one day he will ensure that should not be taken because it spoils his health. So till that time, no, none of us has any power, any kind of authority to instruct him not to go and not to consume, and work would have been completed or done something like that. Let him take his own time, because we cannot restrict his habit or attitude. He will take his own time. That day will come when he realize that is what is good or what is bad, and by that time he will change by himself. So finally, what message we want to give is the forgiven and again mistake, the naming the activity is a mistake, and naming this is ugly, naming this is a forgive, and they let be forgiven. I think it could not be, should not be. So we allow them, because no, we not allow them means that they themselves will evolve. They will go for the evaluation to get themselves changed. Opportunities are there. When it is ugly, the people will know that how it will have to be rectified. So there is an Orissa manager joined in a hotel. She is an Ashramite, and most of the people are Tamil speaking, and people were not obedient, sincere, because everybody know that she doesn't talk Tamil, so they don't do work very sincerely and promptly. And a few times he started poking her nose, commenting her the performance of the work not being done properly. But later he realized, she asked mother whether I am doing it wrong or right. Then mother advisor that is no, your work is not supersede or overlook, or you should not tell them why it has not been done, why it is being done. No, it is not your duty. You should know how to love the people, and you should know how to appreciate the people. You should not hand out the people. You should hand in hand with the people, and you should know their heart. You should know the difficulties. No, mother, I think one day I went upstairs, and one servant was found sleeping, and she didn't do the work properly, and she didn't perform for the duties discharged. So it means that is you don't love her. If you start loving her, she will not sleep. Even if she sleeps, she will get a permission from you asking that she is not feeling well and she has to take some rest, and for which she could have asked for permission. Since you are not lovable, you are not loving her, I think no truthfully in you, so that some people are not performing, and some girl is sleeping. It's all because of your inner guru, or your things are not harmonized. You be harmony with them, be love with them, be open with them. When your inner heart is pure and clear and very truthfulness, I think they'll feel it, and I think they'll know the order. Then again they will perform, which will be more than what you expected. So I think there is a servant feeling tired. She could have come and approach you asking for a permission before she takes rest. All things would happen only when you are loving, and when you are truthfulness, and when you are attached with them, and when they are unhappy, when they are not doing the work, I think you are unhappy. So to make you happy, to keep you happy, to leave you happy, and to keep your things very pleasant, you let to be pleasant with them. Because you don't want to see the ugly things. You don't want to see the people not performing. So to perform better, I think you have to be I think the closely related, and when you want to be happy, before you the people should also be happy. And when you make them happy, you will be happy. When you make them unhappy, they will also be unhappy. For which what is a medium of things between you and them is, I think start loving them. She started being affectionate with every one of them, and touching, and seeing that, and asking for any difficulties in performing work better, or some other kind of queries. In a couple of months, things have been highly improved, and I think she doesn't need to talk, she doesn't know to poke, she doesn't need to ask. Everything is kept clean and everything, even though they were illiterate servants, they have been realizing that how much is important of their work which they are performing, and how much important to be very loyal to this hotel. So these are all the experience which we teach us that we are not here to give all the suggestion, advice, and punishment and forgiveness. No. When you are truthful to you, and when your inner heart is good, your soul is perfect, and when you are traveling towards the grace and traveling towards your divine, you are good. Definitely your followers, your the opposite person, or the members of the family the student in the class, and staff in the office, everybody will be happy and pleasant and enjoy the cheerfulness. So that's a message I think a mother has given in her most of her things, that is scolding and attacking and again criticizing. That's not a good sign for people to grow and progress. And even though you're elder, even though you're a senior, you should know how the people will let to be grown up. Thanks for listening. Thank you. Let us meet with the next video soon. Thank you very much.